What up everybody, venoxcreations here, and today I will be reviewing the highly anticipated film on Sprite Films channel, Spiderman Unwebbed. And just before I start the video, I'd like to say thank you Sprite Films for reviewing my fan film. This is kind of saying thank you back, because I'm putting a lot of time into reviewing your movie, so sorry if I kind of sounded like a jerk there. Before we start, people who have not seen the movie, I have a link to the video in the description, so you guys should probably go watch that now. I'll give you some time. Let's just get right into this. The opening credits had the Ultimate Comics Spider-Man panels being shown, so I thought, instead of doing an origin story, he did this to sum it up. I thought it was cool. It's been done before, but I didn't mind that. The opening exposition set up Miles' character, kinda like I did in my fan film. Then it sets up Gank, and I think to myself, oh cool, it's already Spider-Man. No, Gank doesn't know it's him. I thought Gank knew, oh wait, he was talking about Peter Parker. So then, like, oh, also, what was that at the beginning? What was the point of that? Before I could think, Miles has the documents on Shocker and the Green Goblin, who never show up, by the way. The point of the scene, I have no idea. Maybe he was supposed to be an Oscorp. I think he was supposed to be an Oscorp, because right here it looks like he got bit by the spider on the back of his neck. Did I miss a scene? Somebody tell me in the comments if I missed something. But then Miles gets out of his chair to grab his neck to what I think was the spider, so I should remember some parts of what the comic showed in the beginning, but forget some? Anyways, before I could think, it cuts to a random kid blogging. It cuts to the music like it's sad music. This kid basically feeds you exposition. He is literally telling you what's happening. One, if this is supposed to be taken seriously, or like realistically, wouldn't he point it at the battle, not his face? Oh, okay, I understand. You can't do the big Green Goblin fight. I get it. And heck, I didn't even show Uncle Ben get killed. I understand. I mean, think about it. No fan films can do that giant end fight between Spider-Man's death and the Green Goblin's death. I'm not going to pick on this kid's acting either, because honestly, I wouldn't do much better at performance at my age. How about we have Miles read a newspaper or something, or showing the event? That would be a lot easier than a goblin fight or this blogging kid, so it doesn't have to be explained to the audience. It doesn't make the audience feel stupid. Also, having the sad music makes the scene more ridiculous. Should have at least added explosion sounds or something to make it more realistic. But then it cuts back to Miles and Gank talking, and it's really quiet. Just a second, let me turn up my volume. Oh my gosh! It's so loud! The audio for the people are always so quiet in this movie, half the time I don't even know what they're saying. So then Miles just starts to beat up some random bystanders in front of Gank because Miles should have zapped Gank's Legos like in the comics. That would have been cool. But no, Miles shows literally everyone and the public his powers. Then it cuts to a scene that should be like a few minutes, but it only shows frames of what could be a scene. Once again, randomly changing the music. I have no idea what Miles is thinking, and only the vlogging kid. Like, I can't even see what Miles is doing sometimes. So that seems way too fast. Didn't even develop anything. Then Miles is in a back alleyway. Before he can think, or before Miles can think, Miles Morales does nothing, gets punched in the face, and doesn't try to fight back. And he gets captured by Michelangelo from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Could somebody please explain to me what's going on? Oh, please turn down the music. Not every scene needs music in it, and if there is, It shouldn't drown out all of the sound. So then Miles is captured by Captain America. What's happening? These clips look like they were complete scenes, but then they just cut away too fast. I mean, I'm liking what I'm seeing, but you cut away before I get to liking it. Later, it just cuts to some people, but the audio's too low to hear, so why even bother? So these people are attacking them. They throw a thing in there. I think it's a gas grenade, but there's nothing showing that. Watch out! So apparently Michelangelo was Iron Man, cause like I only figured that out because Captain America yelled it, and I only figured out it was Captain America because of his shield. Wait, no, he said Iron Fist. Okay. Then Captain America dies, not even attempting to fight back, getting shot, not even blocking for his shield. Oh jeez, could only last one bullet to the chest? Really? Cap has gone through way more than that. And for some reason, the evil henchmen don't think about killing the witness. Lolly-loo, the whole world works. Somehow Miles escapes, even with having the skill of not even being able to block or run away, like we showed him. So Miles escapes from people who have guns, even though he couldn't escape from some people who didn't have any guns at all. We could have at least shown Miles escaping. Even if it wasn't believable, it still would have been a cool scene. But no, Miles is back at his house. Now this is the first time I can actually hear and know what's going on. But I can't hear what Gank's saying. It cuts away before I can figure out what's going on. But then there's a letter on Miles' bed saying that a costume is a reward for helping S.H.I.E.L.D. He didn't help them out, he just survived. S.H.I.E.L.D. didn't want Miles to fight anyway. The point of capturing him was making him stop fighting. The reason in the comics they wanted him to use the costume is after he proved to them he could fight some enemies. This time he just let everyone die. By the way, how does S.H.I.E.L.D. get into Miles' house without them noticing? Yes! The music's playing. He's putting on the mask. I'll forgive the green screen because mine wasn't great either. Here comes an action scene. The exposition kid. Listen guys, I don't have anything personal about this kid. For all I know, he could be a great person. But why is he telling us things we already know? Instead of letting us figure it out, this kid literally tells us how to feel. So now we get to see Spider-Man's first day. Oh wait, we don't. What could have been a really cool scene is taken over by this random guy saying he wants to kill a random person. They have a 2-second fight and then it cuts away. What? Where? Why? Who? But then it cuts away to Miles walking to the kid who got punched and fought back. And then the other guy who was fighting him previously disappeared. What was the point of that guy? What happened? Okay, so I guess this guy knows that Miles is Spider-Man. So I guess the point of that guy was that. The guy orders Miles to kill a person. This is an interesting concept, and I do give credit to Sprite. I would more think that Kraven, the hunter, would tell Spider-Man that. Just make him Kraven, and this would be even cooler, and make more sense. This is where the movie gets a lot better. I gotta say, the suit is really good for being handmade. I thought it was an official costume. Spider-Man does what he does best by being witty and good at fighting. Here's a tip, you should have more than one punching sound effect, and you could maybe speed up the footage. So then Spider-Man goes back to the unnamed random guy who now wants to kill Spider-Man. Then you figure out the kid's name is Aaron and acted as a father figure to Miles. This would have been a good, nice thing to know in the beginning, but then Aaron dies right as you figure out his name. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel. I just met this guy and he already died. This happened like 3 times in this movie. Actually get to hear how Miles feels, and this is where the movie picks up, and I was excited. I was like, the electro scene, it's coming up. We saw him in the beginning. He's ready to fight. Miles has a motivation. Now I understand what he's fighting for. And it's the end of the movie. right when it starts to get good. Then it cuts to two kids saying something I can't hear for one of the mid-credits scenes, so what was the point of that? And then the credits go on for like 2 minutes, loud music, and then it has a kid who's supposed to be Peter Parker says, "I'm back." Wow, that was totally not filmed last minute. What happened? I'm aware of all the effort that went into this movie, but what seriously happened? There was a scene in almost every trailer with Electro. Where did that go? Overall, this movie left me more confused. All the trailers seem to have a lot of Spider-Man, but this movie has barely any. I can see what Sprite was going for. I can see all the pieces to make a good movie, but it just doesn't fit for me. All the pieces are too small to make what amounts to a movie. I know some might think different, and I love that you can see the good movie Sprite envisioned. Am I saying I'm a better YouTuber? No. Am I saying I can make a better film? Certainly not. You have actors, Sprite. People who support you. People who want to be a part of your film. I don't have that. Nobody wants to be involved with my films. At least not even close as much as you have. I see how you have all the resources and I want you to make the best movie. I want to help you. I assume you're making a sequel because of the ending, and I really want to help write it. Even being across seas, I support you, man. I'm sorry for being harsh throughout this review, but I hope you take them as pointers. And to the other people watching this video, please don't hate on this guy, he doesn't deserve it. I don't want to be starting drama. This video is just to show my thoughts to sponsor his channel, and also pay back the favor because this guy reviewed my movie. You're my first supporter. Sprite, please tell me what you think. And to everyone else, I'll be working on more videos soon. This is venoxcreations, signing off.